Okay, morning all. Let's have one or two games this morning. 26:30. Oh, that's nice. Oh, and I am 26:30. And I guess he knows what he's doing in this King's Gambit line. Did I painfully have this the other day? This line. I'll give him back that pawn to get some pressure. Can I get F4? Right, success. I got F4. Also Queen A4. I could try and pounce. No, too late. I can't. Can I play Bishop C4? Check Knight E5 might be possible. I think his intention is Bishop G4. But then there's Queen B3. You can take. You can play Queen H4, Bishop G3. You can take on C3 after. If I let him play Knight C6 D5, otherwise, what does he do with the bishop? Okay, I'll castle here. I'm hoping he's gonna improve my D4. If he takes, okay, get something. Unless he plays Knight D5. Bishop G5 might be a nasty pin at some point. Bishop G4, can I answer with Knight E5? If he takes, I can take with this knight, protect D4. Right, now he's blocked in that bishop, but there's Knight B6 coming. It's probably worth it anyway. Knight B6 is not pressure on D4 in any case. So I'll stick around here, I think, on the F7 square. Bishop G5 does threaten Knight E4, might be a useful pin. So thankfully his knight's not on a more dangerous place. If I play Queen D3 here now for Bishop C2 and try and play Rook D1, maybe Bishop C2 and also Knight E5. I think Knight E5 is a good one. Hitting F7, G4 and putting pressure on F6. I think this is better than the 5-minute game the other day. There was a 5-minute the other day I got massacred. This looks like a better position anyway, by far, mind you. Right, so Bishop H4 here, I think. Interesting. So G6 is ruled out, Queen G6. So I've still got Knight E5 on the cards. Could he be slightly worried here? This looks like a reasonably good position with Knight E5. It looks like a very nice attacking position actually. Surprising. Against this sort of rated opponent. So Knight E5 looks dangerous. Okay, he's letting me do that. I can play Bishop C2. Instead there's Bishop C4. If I just take, isn't that a measly pawn? I think that's a weakling pawn. Rook A1 and Knight E5 to G6 after. Let's do this. Can he really accept that pawn? Right, if I play maybe Bishop G3 just to cover the F4 square. Will he defend that pawn? Also Queen G6 is looking good, but then there's Rook F6. Knight E5 or Knight E4? Okay, strengthen D4. Welcome that. Right, so E6 is a target. Knight E5 looks good for Knight G6. Covers the C4 square as well. Knight G6 looks like a dangerous move. Rook takes F8 looks dangerous for Queen G6. Or Knight G6 here for Knight F4. Queen G6, there's Queen E8. There's Rook takes, no, there's no Rook F6 there. I think Knight G6 for Knight F4. Mind you, that's a nice blockade. You can just play E5 or something. I think. Okay, Queen G6, Queen C3. Is there any way of blasting his king here? Knight G6, Rook E8. Let's not lose too much time on the clock. It's a good position. What about Bishop F4 for Bishop H6? Let's play Bishop F4. Okay, Knight G6 actually, because he might be playing Bishop E5. I don't want to give him that option. What about just Bishop E5 here, or Queen E4? Or just Knight E5 for a moment again. That dark square bishop, okay, he's going to take. Bearing down on G7 a bit. So maybe Queen G6 is going to be handy. Queen C3, I'm protecting D4 at the moment. Queen C3, Queen E6. So Queen G4. Okay. That's interesting. So am I getting nothing here? I can take in Queen H7, isn't that dangerous? Check, Queen G8, Bishop G7, win a few pawns. Wow, really? This ending, these pawns could be going very useful in the ending. Well, there's Queen B8 to try and just get an attack. Maybe that's a lot easier. What does it do? Knight D5? That bishop's quite pointy here, like yesterday's bishop, in both directions. If I can win a pawn or two with check. Well, it looks very, very pleasant. Okay, he's got some checks lined up. I'll just get rid of, give my king the escape square. Check and Queen D6. That's King D8. What about just taking another pawn? Check King H2. Let's make sure this pawn's ready for action. Right, Queen C7 coming up. Yeah. Very pleasant position. I didn't expect anything like this. King E8, Bishop D6. These guys seem beatable nowadays at the moment, but let's not count the chickens too much. So C4 here for C5. If I get C5 in and Bishop D6, that's really dangerous, isn't it? Bishop D6 for Queen somewhere, or just C6. I was threatening C6 anyway. Then Bishop D6. Oh. Okay, Queen D7 threatened. He hasn't got a check just yet. He's only got 20 seconds to finish me off. Alright, there's multiple checks though. Let's get on this diagonal to support. And what's that? Queen D4. Seconds pre-move time. Ah. Okay. He's not on the dark squares that easily here, is he? Oh, I have to start moving my king. I don't really want to draw. Can I not march my king over without getting mated? Oh. I should be happy, I suppose. 2630. Oh, but no, you got a perpetual. How do I get out of it? There's a lot of checks here. There's a capability to go wrong. Dear, oh dear. So close. So instead of c6, he's just unpinned. Just bishop d6. Where's the checks? Then c6 without any checks. There's no checks. The queen's kind of, I don't know, queen e2, then queen c8, and I win that knight. Oh, it was just so over, this position. Comments or questions on YouTube anyway. Thanks very much.